A few weeks back, we did a video on hops and their many great uses in beer. Well, this week we got some great new figures about US hop production that I'd like to share with you today. Hello beer nerds, this is Beer by the Numbers. Hops are the greatest balancing agent for beer that we know of ever since their introduction into the brewing world several hundred years ago, and we drinkers can't get enough of them. This week, the Hop Growers of America released their 2017 production update. Let's dive into these nerdy beer numbers. So if you watched our video on hops, you'd know that brewers had been facing higher hop prices in recent years because beer styles that use a lot of hops have become very popular, driving up demand. In that video, we also explained how hard it is to start a commercial hops operation, and it requires many years before you're even ready to sell any hops, which makes the figures we're about to go over all the more impressive. In 2016, the hop acreage in the US grew by 5,185 acres, taking the total hop acreage in the US to 58,148 hops for 2017. For some perspective, that's 235 square kilometers of hops, or larger than 8 of the smallest countries on Earth. These giant fields of hops make the US the world's #1 hop producer, and they've held that title since 2015 when they finally surpassed Germany in hops production. And both of them are leaps and bounds ahead of the #3 spot held by the Czech Republic with only 12,000 acres. Even crazier is that just a single year's growth of 5,185 acres in the US beats the total production for the #4 hop producer in the world. Care to guess who the #4 hop producer is? I'll give you a second. And the answer is China. They produce 4,942 acres of hops each and every year. This large increase of US hop production has brought some stability to the market, but the Hops Growers Association has cautioned brewers not to expect continued huge growth in hops acreage. This is because the market relies heavily on forward contracts. Now, as a finance nerd by day, I'm quite familiar with forward and futures contracts, but if you're not, they're pretty simple agreements. All it is a buyer and a seller agree to buy a certain number of things at a certain price on a certain date. In this case, brewers would agree to buy however many bushels of hops they need at a certain price when the hops are harvested at the end of each growing season. This arrangement is useful for both brewers and hop growers alike to agree on the price and quantity of hops to be bought ahead of time. The brewers get assurances that there will be enough hops for them to buy so they can keep making delicious beer, and the growers know exactly how much money they're going to be getting at the end of the year, so they can control expenses and don't have to worry about losing a lot of money if the market price happens to be really low at that time. However, adding extra capacity can disrupt these forward contracts by potentially making hops much cheaper at harvest time when brewers are locked into higher prices, or making hops so cheap that no one wants to give hop growers guaranteed money at the end of each season. Never knew beer could teach you market contracts theory, huh? Truly, it is the most awesome of beverages. If you enjoyed this video, why not give it a like down below? And if you want to be alerted each time we tap a fresh episode of Beer by the Numbers, hit that subscribe button. Stay curious, beer nerds, and as Hildegard of Bingen once said, if one intends to make beer from oats, it is prepared with hops.